throughout the various iterations of the game. I'm not sure I want to spend another one in the bunker, but what I will do is I will connect the basement of the hotel to that bunker so that we can, you know, go between the two. I think that'd be pretty neat. Alright, let's turn this... Oh, shit. Really? Dog balls. Nice pair of dog's bollocks, mate. Get all this smelted down. Stay quiet for a bit. We need to go hunting quite urgently. We are really low on food. Did I ever actually bring the torch? Oh, I didn't bring the torches up, guys. Shit. We're going to get them. It's going to be a long night otherwise. Let's go and get the torches so we can do the farming this evening. Throw that in there very quickly. I think I'll... Oh. Let's keep some up here. I don't think it was a wandering horde. They seem to be coming from like multiple directions, unless they've changed how they work as well. Clarice. Hello. Cloth. Torch. Excellent. Actually, have we got any just meat? I can just... Oh, hang on. Was that nailed? It was, look. Grilled meat. Cook. Yeah, fuck it. Get a bit of food. Might as well use this, hopefully get our wellness back up a little bit. Electrical parts, duct tape. Can't remember what else, mate. We'll have a look in the morning. To be honest, you know what? I'm not in a massive hurry to make it. I've really enjoyed not having the mining helmet. The mining helmet is so overpowered. I've really enjoyed having to, you know, really think about, you know, having torches and other lighting, you know, when I'm switching out from the gun with the torch built into it and everything. I'm not in a massive hurry to switch to the mining helmet, to be fair. It really is one of those things that then just completely makes headgear a bit of a moot point. You know, once I've got the mining helmet, I will never put anything else on my head. I kind of like having the cowboy helmet and other things. Pretty cool. They do actually, Venator. One of the very first things that I said, I'm not that massively impressed with the view distance in terms of the way the geometry works. You know, it's great, it's brilliant in the sense that yes, okay, we can see more, but in some ways I kind of think it's taken a little bit away from the game. One of the things I've always said, I kind of enjoyed that not knowing what was over the next hill. So sometimes I've turned back from a bit of a scouting adventure and then later on gone to that same point and realised if I'd just gone another 10 metres, you know, the town would have unveiled itself. I kind of like that apocalyptic sort of fake fog of war that they had going on, you know, not as a gameplay mechanic, more as a necessity because of the game engine and what have you. But so sometimes, you know, I can look for 10 miles or 10 kilometres in the distance and see where the roads are and know there's a town there. And it just looks a little bit empty and a little bit shallow, a little bit hollow. I think it takes a little bit away from the game. But the weather is absolutely incredible, and the sunsets, one of the very first things I spotted. We were on a little island. It was over here. It's a beautiful place. This here, look, this little... I mean, that's City Zero. And they've got this horrible sort of poison cloud lake here, which is amazing in itself, and not sort of place you want to stay. But this lake is brilliant, and we were actually on this island here, and we were just looking at the sun setting, and it was one of those moments where, you know, sometimes you think, Jesus Christ, this game can look absolutely incredible. Yeah, you know, it's a really sort of polarizing game. At times it can look absolutely god awful, and at other times it can just look stunningly beautiful. And that was one of those moments with, you know, like the sun shafts, the god rays coming through, and the terrain. The view distance was just right because this is in a bit of a hollow. Right. Let's just throw these nails away. Right, we've got some torches, so let's put some lights up in and around the farm. We can. How are we going to do this, guys? Don't need anything fancy, do we? Oh shit, oh god. It went off the edge then. Jesus. That's enough to farm by. That is definitely enough to farm by. Let me get a bit cock blocked in it. Probably get away with one torch on each, but that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That is not bad, mate. That is not bad. Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? Oh no, we didn't get the other soil. Oh damn. Oh, that's really annoying. God damn you. Don't nick a couple of torches. Not bad, is it? About right. I think we're getting wet again, aren't we? I'm going to have to smash this out. Serves no purpose. In fact, does anyone even know what it's supposed to be? There's this pillar on the roof. Is it the main support structure? We start tampering with that, the whole lot's going to come down, right? What's that, Cruise? Yeah, we're on the roof of the hotel, mate. Did you win crimes? I'm not gonna hoe it in the evening. We'll go and get we're gonna go out hunting tomorrow morning and get some fresh meat. Might even go out on the bike, to be honest. What's this made out of? Nah, to be honest, I was wondering about that, Texas, whether or not to kind of use it as a light source, but it's just when we go down the route of the electrical light, and I've got better plans than just having one stuck up on here. We'll probably replace those corner wooden blocks that we've got the torches on with some sort of concrete pillars with some really nice big lights. And what's that down to the left? What's that roof? Is that the roof of the gas station? Oh shit, it is, yeah. And that's interesting. Look, you can actually see the light on my storage box all the way over there. And all the way over there as well. Look, wow, that's mad. That's pretty cool. No, because I was hoping I'd get stuff from it, Beast. I seem to get a little bit of metal. But I didn't want to just demolish it. Just in case we get some resources from it. What's that, Crimus? Does anyone have a workaround for Discord? I reformatted your PC out saying new logging location. It has not sent me an email. 2 hours. No, I don't, mate. Not for that particular problem. Not heard of that. I know Discord can be really sort of temperamental at times, mate. But no, I'm afraid not, dude. Wonder why the grass on this side's grown and not the grass on the other side. Normally this replanted earth is swarming with this plant fibre within seconds, isn't it? Oh, there's another bush. I can sense a bush. I'm actually going to watch it on the preview for the stream because I can see that a little bit more on that. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Might move our farming operation up here. You know. Oh look, it started growing now that I've said that. It started growing back. Look. Shadows are quite cool, aren't they? Even on the plants. What's that, Dag? You right, Texas? Dag, still no mining helmet. Oh no, I've just been talking about that, mate. I'm not in any massive hurry to get one, to be honest, dude. I sort of enjoy this, kind of being in the dark at times. It's something I was very aware of. I used to comment on it every now and again, that the game... Because once you've got the mining helmet, I nearly always just have it on permanently. And it actually... I think I missed out on some of the really nice views and things. Because you know, the bloom is a little bit iffy in the game. So having the mining helmet on permanently... it's taken a little bit of the ambience away from the game as well, to be fair. So, you know, we'll get one. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the mining helmet's a fantastic bit of kit. Have I managed to find ore? Yes, I think I've got ore sorted. I think I understand it. I mean, I've not actually actively gone mining for it, but I understand the concept of ore now in Alpha 15. It's quite a fundamental change, so... Because the grass is always greener on the other side. Ba-boom! Give that man a Grumbom. Is this nav as gain or... This is random gen, mate. This is random. Random gen, sir. Oh, shit. We're out of bloody forged iron because of that stupid-ass garage door that stole 60 forged iron from me. Asshole. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we are actually at the point where we're going to have to go mining, guys. There's really no way around it. So maybe tomorrow head out, get some food, start getting some iron. Turn that bad boy on. I think I'm really... I mean, should we just smelt this just to get some iron? Exactly the most efficient way of doing it, but... See what I'm going to do as well. Let me just make... 29 spikes. Let's keep a stack of 50 spikes just as a deterrent against dogs, because we're coming up to dog day again, aren't we? Right, okay, so let's repair that for the time being. Damn. What's that, Hensman? You found using the hoe lets you plant less, better to lay fresh soil and plant. Don't know what you mean, mate. If you plant a seed on soil, you'll only get one seed back out of that plant when you harvest it. if you hoe the soil, you'll actually get 2 seeds out of it. And if you use fertilizer and hoed, I think you get 3. But there's a bit more to it than that. I think there's also a random element that you can actually get more. Yeah, I mean, that's it, Crimson. You know, you'll find that a lot with me, mate. You know, people will quite often come into our chat and say, oh, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? And actually, a lot of the stuff that... I've been known to play, like, RPGs that are really, really heavily equipment-based. And I'll have the all-swinging sort of epic fucking doom and testicle destruction in my backpack. But I'll actually be using the +1 sort of noobiness. And it'll be just because the sword's more fun, or just because it aesthetically looks a little bit better, you know. I really don't play the min-max game anymore, mate. I've literally, hand on heart, destroyed games that I love by playing the min-max game, or the cheesy game. So, you know, I just play it to have some fun. You know, we recently did a playthrough on this where we were not allowed to use blocks any better than cobblestone. Just to see, you know, how that worked out. You know, sort of create our own games within games in many ways. I mean, a game like this, you can cheese this. I mean, people will say, oh, God, you've died like how many times? But, you know, we don't cheese. You know, it's as simple as that. Or at least, you know, we try and play to a point where it's fun and still creative and inventive, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I really enjoyed back in the original Caliper City game was Fortune's idea of having the roaming spotlight for when we were tunneling. It was kind of really nice having that, and using it to cast like some really cool shadows and stuff in the tunnels, like while we were actually actively mining. It's little things like that that make the game more fun. Where did we get all those electrical panels from? So basically, it looks like air vents are fantastic. Oh, sorry, air vents. Air conditioning units are really, really super, super awesome. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of the crap arrows now. We're going to switch to iron for the rest of the game, basically, unless we get caught short. What was the plan, guys? Soil, wasn't it? We need a little bit more soil for the farm up top. So let's get the shovels equipped. How are we doing food-wise? Let's have a little tinkle tiny terror of charred meat, or whatever it is. Mining is shite in the new update. It's the one thing you wholeheartedly hate in Alpha 15. Is it really that bad for you, mate? I don't know, because I've not really done it yet, man. As long as I can create enough stone to create concrete, then I don't think I'll be too upset. But dig under clay with iron boulders and cotton plant. Usually have some ore veins. Alpha 15 soon. Nah, it don't work like that, Jan. Nah, if you want veins, it's all about gravel now. It's all about the on-surface nodes, and then digging down to bedrock if you really want to push it. And the gravel. You follow the gravel nodes. So, I mean, there's a point in it, you know. There's a nice little surface lead deposit. It means that if I actually dig all the way down to bedrock from this, in theory, I will get some more lead. But it's not necessarily the best way to do it. What I really want to find is some gravel on the surface and then follow that gravel node, and it'll actually lead me to whatever that particular biome's ore spawn is. I'm going to get that last bit of lead if it fucking kills me, you fucking me. To be honest, Beast, I mean, there is an example where I just won't scrap shit. I will scrap tools to get loads and loads of iron back. I mean, I've got a stack of 3,000 wood, Beast. It just ain't worth the fucking click, mate. Really struggling to see. I don't like mining when it's like this. Remember the Forge enchant? Yeah, absolutely, crew. I mean, that is a really good example, mate. I mean, that is a brilliant example. I mean, Skyrim is the one that I actually use. Sorry, not Skyrim. Oblivion is the one that I use as an example, where I cheesed stealth. I was playing it on the Xbox 360. I mean, I don't know how old I was, but you know, it was all about getting the biggest, baddest character rather than sort of role playing it, which is kind of weird for me because I used to play a lot of pen and paper role play D&D stuff, but I did put the old elastic band around the Xbox 360 left analog and crouch and stealth in a corner for a couple of hours while I went out and came back and had like some ridiculous stealth and thus pretty much cheesed through the rest of the game. It was yeah, you can cheat yourself out of some fun, I tell you. You really can. Oh, come on, that was a cracking shot, mate. Really? Right, so today we are hunting and getting ore. Oh, sorry, I was reading chat. Yeah, I mean, I scrapped pretty much everything at the beginning now. I mean, I wasn't until literally this week. Definitely tools and things. I think it's almost essential to scrap stuff. But I'm not worried about wood already. Wood is now just a non-issue for me. No doubt I'll still run out of it here and there, but the trees grow a lot slower as well, so it's not like you can bang out an orchard in 30 minutes, which you used to be able to do. Well, that looks really nice down there, look. I think it's a good habit. I mean, to be honest, Beast, don't forget, I mean, I am using the Steam controller, so sometimes what might take you a millisecond less on the keyboard. You know, I mean, why not scrap them and get the, you know, it was, I think it was like 4 arrows or 6 arrows. I mean, like I said, I mean, how much wood am I going to get back? Does it matter? But what the game could do with is a scrap short. Oh, what the fuck? You cheeky asshole. Actually, you know what? I'm that annoyed at you, I'm not even going to kill you. This looks like a lovely little area, doesn't it? Got plenty of surface iron and stone deposits. Super close proximity. We've still got the bunker to check out as well. Oh, hang on. Right, we're going to head straight back to the soil. Sorry, my bad. Head back over there and gather goldenrod on the way. We'll get the soil, we'll go and take it up, we'll hoe the ground, we'll plant the crops we've got, and then hopefully we can start getting meat stew. Oh, shit! You know what we've not got? We've not got any corn. So today, as soon as we've done what I've just said, we're going to nip out on the mini bike. You know, that Speedy Gonzales monstrosity that we have, and we're going to try and get some corn from that savannah biome. Because we definitely have had corn, but I have a feeling it's back at the original hotel. There's a lot of that fart noise turtle. It used to happen a hell of a lot more because of the way the gore block used to decay. That's all you could hear for hours after a horde, was little farts. Didn't it, Jan? Yeah, I mean, we'll revisit that area. That's really nice. See, there's something weird about this. It's not actually savannah, is it? It's like it's brown and then it gets converted into green as I find it. It's really weird. Maybe we haven't actually got any savannah anywhere. Shit. Look at the distance for the lights. I mean, that is pretty impressive, actually. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't have seen them until you're like 30 feet away before, would you? Are zombie bears still in the game? As far as I know, yes. I've seen normal bears. I haven't actually seen a zombie bear, I don't think. But then again, apparently I was standing next to a bear for about 5 minutes mining earlier and I didn't even spot that, but everyone in chat did, so... Get some gas. I think we've got a little bit in the... Yeah, we've got a little bit of gas in the chests in the kitchen area. Like I said, though, I actually don't know what is Savannah legit. I don't think any of this is. I don't think this actually gonna. Yeah, I don't think there is any. I can't think of anywhere else to get corn either. Well, hang on, no, that might be. What do you reckon? Yeah, I think that might be over there. Look. But you couldn't do that. You'd have to. You can just afflict your mining helmet on. I think that's cool. I kind of like playing like that. Shall I delete miners' helmets from the server? Just make it so they don't exist. What time is it, guys? Oh, guys, it's 2:15 already. Jesus. Like I said, I wouldn't mind if it did get removed. It'd make it so much harder, wouldn't it? I mean, it really would. I'm quite tempted to do it. I suppose the problem is it makes the game look like quite washed out when it's like this, though. I mean, I don't know what it's like on stream, but it can look very grey and gloomy. I mean, it has been raining for days, hasn't it? I think I'd rather have that, though. In fairness, you know, one of the things that really... What game was it? Skyrim, wasn't it? With Climates of Tamriel. That could get a little bit frustrating. Like, 1 minute it would be absolutely torrential rain. Like, unbelievable. It was just, like, absolutely just, like, shocking. And then, literally, like, 30 seconds later, it would be, like, blazing sunshine. I mean, there were ways to mod it to sort of like calm things down a little bit, and I have to say, back in Alpha 14 in this game, and to some degree where we've built our base now with a hotel, 1 minute it'll be raining, 1 minute it'll be snowing. But I would rather the rain held around for a day, you know, a full in-game day, and then you had a couple of days of sunshine or something. I'd rather that than it constantly flittering between 2-3 different weather effects. That can be just bloody annoying. That's a good point, Venator. That's a good point, mate. Yeah, yeah. The old gas in the bowels releasing. Do you think Fun Pimps will stop updating after Alpha 16 and call it done? No. No. I don't think Alpha 16 will have everything in that they need to get in to make the game gold. I think we're probably looking at Alpha 17 or 18 even. But I suppose for them, they're not on any, you know, there is no time constraints really for them. You know, they can release it whenever they want. But, you know, they haven't got a big publisher pushing them to get it out like they did, you know, with Iron Galaxy and Telltale Publishing with the console version. The Fun Pimps can just keep this game going on and on and on and on and on. See, one of the things you've got to take into account, you know, we all sit here moaning and bitching, or certainly some of us do, about how long it takes for the updates to come out. Mad Mole himself is he's made it very, very clear that the game in its current state is meant to be played and then shelved. Played and then shelved. Played and then shelved. That's the way he sees it. And from a financial point of view, that makes a lot more sense. See, if they quickly released a shitload of content, then people will buy it, and then that'll probably be it. By constantly trickle feeding us stuff over a really long period of time, people come back to the game, and those people come back and, you know, give positive vibes, and maybe they'll get another sale from a friend or a family member, something like that. You know, we saw a massive spike of activity on this game. I mean, I was streaming it a good couple of months before it came out on console. And there wasn't that much interest in the game, and then it started really peaking, you know, as word of the console release was coming out. And, you know, Twitch, there was a lot more people streaming it. You know, they're not daft. You know, at the end of the day, this is their bread and butter. This is their job. This is their source of income. You know, you'd be mad to just release the final product tomorrow and say, there you go. And that would be the end of your income stream. You'd see a flurry of activity, and then that'd be it. As it stands, people always expect more and more and more to be added, so people keep coming back to it, and people will keep buying it. I think they're a lot smarter than people give them credit for, to be honest. You know, we're not game devs, and we're certainly not game devs who are making a game that puts food on the table. You know, I'm sure they're pretty comfortable. I mean, I don't know what their financial situation is and what they've given up over the years. But you've got to think, with Steam sales alone, they're not doing too bad. It's always a sign when they start bringing family members on board that they're probably doing okay. You right, Eliania? Yeah, I mean, gold was supposed, just to sort of add to what Crimes has said there, Big K. They originally were going for gold release later this year. And it was just around the same time they were talking about dropping the bandits from the roaming bandits from Alpha 15. Thank you for the follow there, Crab Poot. That they started saying, no, it's going to be delayed now. You definitely look at 2017 for this game to go gold. Now, I would be really surprised if they're looking at a final release sort of like 12 months from there. I'd be putting it back end of 2017 for their final release, personally. See, the one thing we don't know is what else they've got in the pipeline. See, they will have learned a absolute metric shit ton making this game. I mean, for those of you that remember this game when it first came out, Jesus Christ, it was a real rough diamond, wasn't it? I mean, and that's been very honest and probably a little bit. A little bit too optimistic for those of us that played it when it first released. But you know, I should imagine they don't want to be making this game forever. You know, I think there is a point where even they probably get bored of it to some degree. And I think as soon as they come up with their next game idea, which I should imagine they already have done, they'll reach their Kickstarter stroke crowdfunding objectives late next year or middle of next year. And then I think they'll move on to, you know, I'm sure it'll be a very similar style of game, some sort of survival game or something. But they'll take all that knowledge they've learned, create a whole new engine, I suppose, a more efficient, more optimized, better from their point in terms of optimization, coding, ability to change things on the fly. The big thing that they achieved, obviously, was the procedural gen. I mean, that can never be an easy thing, and they're still obviously actively tweaking that. As we know, there's some issues with verticality on this release.
Coffee break! About time.
Hey, thanks. Not yet. In a minute. You know, you've got to think Madmar would love to, you know, take all their experience, all their expertise, and start something fresh and clean and new. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll take a bit of time off. Work on something, you know, quietly with no pressure from the community to give dates and all that. The console sells skins for DLC. Yeah, I should imagine that revenue stream dried up very fucking quickly. I think Alpha 16 is the breadcrumbs and electricity, isn't it? I'm sure that's Alpha 16. Hello? And then I should imagine Alpha 17 would be the last remnants of their, you know, promised Kickstarter stroke crowdfunding objectives. It'd be very interesting to see what they talk about in terms of roaming bandits. That will be interesting. Wonder if they've just been knocked off the drawing board completely, or if they're still planning on it. You don't think they can one-up this game? I think they can, mate. I think the Fun Pimps have got the... I think they've got the vision to definitely... I bet you... I mean, if tomorrow, right, if they could just, like, have... I don't know. Imagine if they were in that incredibly just, like, fabricated, never going to happen situation where they could just completely purge this game. Take everything they know and start building it again tomorrow. Just imagine how much more of a focus they'd have. It's a little bit like CD Projekt Red. You know, they've gone from The Witcher 3 and they're working on a completely new IP. Sort of like a steampunk kind of theme. Just imagine what their, you know, that whole dev team must be just a busy, bustling hive of creativity, and I think the Fun Pimps have kind of got a little bit of that magic. Like I said, if you think back to how this game started and what it is now, you know how very few dev teams I think would be willing to fold and change the course of a game so dramatically as they have done with this, but still stick to their guns as a core concept. I mean, this game has seen radical changes, and it's something I've always spoken about. You know, when you get that close to something and that passionate to something, it's very hard to criticise or remove something. And they have done. You know, they've completely wiped whole gameplay mechanics and started afresh and, you know, just walked away from it. It will certainly be interesting to see how the breadcrumb trail works with us. I think that will be the turning point in terms of cheesing the AI. I think that then we'll really have a battle on our hands. I had a very productive little mining day today. It's the first time I've really done anything like this since we started again, so... I don't know, I don't think they would. I think they stick with Unity. I mean, we all say that Unity is trash, and to some degree, you know, it has its inherent issues, as we know. But they know Unity now, don't they? I mean, they really do. I mean, I don't know what their background is. You know, I don't know what other engines they'd feel comfortable with. I certainly don't see how else they could have done something from the procedural generated world outside of Unity on the budget they were probably working on. I mean, everyone says Unity is shit, but the thing is, I mean, this game. I mean, look at this game. This game is amazing. Really, isn't it? I mean, yes, all right. We all have our days where we bitch and moan about it, like we do anything. But the game, what they've achieved in Unity, this is built in fucking Unity. I mean, fucking Jesus Christ. It literally shits all over other games that have been built in things like CryEngine and Unreal Engine 4. You know, like real boring, drab games that have got nothing going for them. I mean, compare this to the myriad of other games out there that aren't built on Unity that are so-called survival games. I mean, they've achieved something that I never dreamed possible on Unity. And to be honest, if you'd spoken to me 6 months ago about Unity, I would have wholeheartedly agreed with you. But having since actually started playing about with it myself, I can seriously understand the appeal. And of course, the cost implications are not there, you know? So some of those other engines, Jesus Christ, they are not cheap to buy into. Oop, careful. Yeah, that's right, Buck, that it has. Yeah, they found what was that thing they found? Oh, it was the stutter issue, wasn't it? It was only as a result of the port that Iron Galaxy were working on that they solved that inherent stutter issue, which they then resolved on the PC version as a result of Iron Galaxy working on the port. So it did definitely help. I mean, people would go, oh god, PC game's going to be slowed down because they're working on the console port. Well, it isn't. It's a completely separate dev team, but it kind of helped us out. There was definitely bug fixes being, you know, picked up on both sides. Right, I'm just going to nip in here really quick. I've absolutely got to go for a Jimmy Riddle. I'm bursting. Hopefully safe. Right, I'll leave you there. I'll be back in a jiffy. Right, back. I'm just trying to think what we're actually trying to achieve here, guys. Obviously, we wanted food and stuff, didn't we? That's not gone particularly brilliantly, to be fair. We obviously can't. Oh, I know. Yeah, it was soil, wasn't it? So I started losing my focus a little bit there. Let's have a think. Do that lot back. So that can go up. We've got a nice little bit of stone to start. In fact, should we go and start? Yeah, let's go and start smelting the stone down so we can start prepping for concrete. So all that can go. That can go in there for when we start pissing about with the cobblestone. Scrap that. Yeah, I mean, we got a nice bit of stone iron. We can go make some more iron arrows. I'm starting to think we might... I mean, do you reckon we're ready to hit City 0? Or should we leave it until after the next horde? I think we leave it. I think we got enough to be getting on with right now. And of course, if we keep going at this rate, we're not going to have any deaths, which means, in theory, we're going to have a bit of a tougher tier 3, aren't we? Oh, what's that, Eliana? They aren't the one... No, Iron Galaxy do the port. Telltale basically tell Iron Galaxy what the fuck to do in terms of deadlines, but it's still the Fun Pimps who work exclusively on the PC version. Yeah, a lot of people... it was like really bad miscommunication in many ways. I mean, a lot of the forums were up in arms when they heard about the console version because they felt that it was going to slow down progression on the PC. It's not the case at all. It was very much a side project with another dev team working on it, so... People got their knickers in a bit of a twist over nothing, didn't they? Gamers, right? Bloody gamers. Bloody arseholes. Shall we? I think I'll repair that for the time being. Let's punch grass for a minute or two. Yeah, we're going to get... we need to get the garden going because obviously, I mean, we know it's going to take at least 7 days or approximately 7 days to get our first crop. And of course, I've only got a couple of potatoes. I've got no corn, so we're nowhere near meat stew. I was getting quite excited. Whoa. Thinking we were pretty close to that. I mean, once you've got meat stew, you have got food resolved. We know there's deserts on this random gen, so we can get yucca as well. As long as we can keep planting the goldenrod, so we can use the goldenrod tea, which is a nice wellness boost and stamina boost. It's like the holy grail is meat stew and goldenrod, isn't it? I suppose you could argue beer's really handy now. I don't know if you get intoxicated, though, if you keep drinking it. You've got to assume there's a negative penalty if you keep drinking beer all the time. I mean, I don't know. Does anyone know? Bish bash bosh, mate. Bish bash bosh. That's beautiful. It's like a bowling green, mate. Let's throw that soil in here. Take me hoe. And all my seeds. They get planting, mate. I'm not sure whether or not to do it in rows like this or rows like long rows. What do you reckon? I mean, it will definitely look nicer like this, wouldn't it? Do it this way. Shit, hang on. Bollocks. I actually got any soil on me? How am I oh, is it, oh, right. Yeah. Now, am I correct in the sense that I don't need to leave gaps? I know someone was saying you don't need to leave gaps now, right? So I can just do this, yeah? Just hoe the whole fucking lot, right? He doesn't do the animation, does he? It's like the animation can't keep up. horrible now, doesn't it? Red tea's better. Red tea's the cooling tea, isn't it? Does that give us much wellness? Or does it give more wellness? I think I'd rather have this, because this gives me a stamina boost. So it's great for running away from shit. I thought the red tea was just cooling. What the hell? Why can't I hay that? Pretty wicked, isn't it? You need to slay that. You were told, Crime, you were told. Sky gave you a tip there earlier. Oh, it's because it's damaged, look. I must have punched it or something. It's going to get some of that soil. This is a bit laborious, isn't it? Oh, can I not do it like really quick like this? God, that's an annoying fucking noise, isn't it? I actually really miss the troughs. It's a shame in a way, but I can sort of see why they've done. No, it's nice to see them work on farming, to be honest. I always said that if they actually added, you know, almost like a Stardew Valley level of farming to this game, I should imagine people would come to it just for that. Do you know what I mean? I could easily envisage sort of multiplayer servers with, you know, your hunters and your general PvP nutters, and then your farmers, you know, constantly spending time watering the crops, planting, you know, cooking. It's amazing how many people I've met over the years in various games that are quite happy doing the farming side of things. Got a rhythm going. Yeah, that's much better. Shit, he says. I suppose once it's done, innit? Hey. Have I got bits of earth disappearing? Or is it, Wait, really? Oh, it's the same, is it? Oh, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a little look at that, because presumably we can grow the chrysanthemums as well then, yeah? So it might be worth this change. To be honest, I never thought. I just assumed it was just one was stamina and one was cooling. I like it, Venator. I forgot about that, Simpsy. Can you farm in RimWorld, Simpsy? Although last time I heard you were just simply feeding your... but there were just body parts. You just gone cannibalistic. We definitely need to go and get some more soil. Big bloody area, isn't it? Christ almighty. I thought this would take me like 2 minutes to do this. It's like it's a bit fiddly as well about where it wants to aim. Get off my land. Oh, red tea doesn't help dysentery though. I very rarely have dysentery. I try very hard not to have to eat anything that's got a chance of giving me that, to be honest, lady. So that wouldn't affect my gameplay. But yeah, you've probably got a point. Goldenrod definitely does, doesn't it? Dysentery. Oh, and I think they all cure burning as such, don't they? Tip it over your head. Or just laugh at Mojo as he burns is an alternative. What's that, Maro? Bod? This is Alpha 15, mate, yeah. PC version, Alpha 15. Server is just PC, it is, yes. Yeah, there ain't no cross-compatible gameplay, I'm afraid. Damn. Oh, come on. Oh, looks horrible now. I quite like it as a green bowling field. I might set up a golf course on the other side. Little put. Little putting green. Right. Potatoes, goldenrod, cotton, aloe, yucca, beans. Let's get all this lot planted. Oh, they look terrible, don't they? God damn, that one patch of grass, look. You bastard. Better not plant it on it or it'll, we won't get seeds back, will we? They look the same, don't they? The yucca and... what's that one I've just planted on the other side? They're exactly the same, seed asset. Stage 1 growth asset, anyway. Wow, that is a big farm for what we've got, right? Jesus. Alright, hammer, chopper, dinghy. Axe, I suppose. There you go. Farm Advena. Once again. Alright, let's pop that away, shall we make ourselves, if we can, iron arrowheads. How many we got? 59. Let's make those. How are we doing for food? 31%. Fences. I don't think like these railings all the way along here. There's actually, isn't there now an actual farm fence? I'm sure there is. Wood farm fence. Should we make a couple? Have a look what these look like. See, the thing is, without a gate, what is the point in a fence? There is no farm gate, which just makes it stupid. Oh, they are ugly, mate. They're the same ones as before, aren't they? They've just changed the PNG file for the icon. Oh, that's a shame. I didn't realise that. Although, I suppose... Don't be a douche. Look what you've started now, Advena. We were done. Now we got to do this all the bloody way around it now, mate. What are you like? You in your bloody farms. Wooden fence. This makes 6. Now what you like? Just give me an idea. Oh, really? Then we're going to have to put the wooden poles in as well. Because otherwise it don't look right. What were they called? Posts, I think, weren't they? As opposed to... yeah, wooden poles. And then I'll find out they're not... there's not an odd number. I'll have to redo it all. Oh shit, I'm not going to be able to do it, am I? Fuck, I fucked it, Advena. Did actually fuck that, mate. They need to go on the external block. Oh, shit. Advena! What is she like? Put that back. Put that back. Get your ass on the server, Advena. Come build me a farm. Oh, stone. Yeah, we want to be smelting that, don't we? Still got stone smelting. Yeah, we have. God, look how slow it goes. Jesus. I'll tell you what, let's find a good chunk of wood. How many do we want? 59. Already got those, so that's good. Let's make arrows. So I think we need to go hunting, don't we? Drop off the old hoe. I don't know why I even bother closing that hatch, to be honest. Damn you, voxel scum! There's a build, and then there's having a build that's got the attention to detail. Like the completely unnecessary fence posts, because there are not many spider cows going to be clambering up there to eat our corn crops that, by the way, we still haven't actually got. Totally blame Advena for that. Hang on, didn't we have some fuel kicking about? We did, didn't we? I can't make gas out of the barrels yet, which is a bit bizarre. You'd think you just empty it out. Seeing as you can do it in your inventory, you don't actually need to be doing it anywhere. That's it. Oh my god, those fucking fucks! Look, my fucking... God! Piss, flaps, fuck, tits, balls, donkey breasts, dolphin nipples. That's all I've got to say. Unbelievable. So basically, what we've just learnt is that the Fun Pimps have created a garage door that's utterly pointless. Because basically, any zombie within a 10-kilometre radius, even if you're hanging around with your scrote sack dangling over your fucking shoulder, right, they will completely ignore you and come and hit the garage door. Isn't that just brilliant? I mean... Whoa, dude, what was that all about? He went all bendy then, did you see that? This is maximum reverse speed, look. I try. It's like my mate's bike. He walked. It's one of the most heartbreaking text messages I've ever seen in my life. He basically got up last week, went out to get on his bike, right, and literally they'd actually fucking melted through his fucking chain. Now it's his own fault for buying a cheap fucking chain, but you know, I mean that in the nicest possible way, because he knew he'd cheaped out on it, and they'd literally just fucking torched through his chain and just obviously put the bike on the back of a fucking van, presumably. That's what the zombies did. They were trying to get to my bike, mate. I used the proper chain. They couldn't nick it. I'm just going to go and... Oh, no, I'll tell you what, fuck that. Let's leave that out here. Shit. We will throw a single wrench on there. Can't believe that. They ain't got a clue, have they? They have not got a clue. That cost me how many... Is it like 12 mechanical parts? Like all the mechanical parts I've ever owned in my life. Is it you? Is it you? Asshole. %, food. We really do need more meat. Should we very quickly try and find a deer? I have like a special bodysuit, it's like reinforced cabling when I'm driving that mini bike. It's the only way that my body can actually sort of manage the G-forces involved when I ride it. It's really quite a feat of engineering. It's like an anti-G suit, developed by NASA because of the high velocity, high G impact. Could literally crush my torso if I accelerate too much on that bike. You've lost 500 Grumbombs today. Jesus, man. I don't think we're finding any fresh meat, are we? What's that, Lou? Yeah, random gen. Yes, it is, mate. Yeah, PC random gen. Seed name Grumbodia. Tell you what, let's switch out. Let's put the old torch. See some birds' nests, even if we don't find any. Seems to be void of deers and pigs, don't we? You're right, McBain. How you doing, man? I can't believe they smashed that garage door. That is just shocking, mate. That is absolutely shocking. They must be, I mean, they literally must be attracted to that like flies to shit. That's the beauty of our garage doors, you see. The modded garage doors, they're not necessarily just, I mean, it's a bit of a broken system, isn't it? I mean, I've actually seen YouTube vids where people have, for example, sat there, you know, literally trying to create the biggest heat map they can possibly create, normally using shitloads of forges and campfires. And then what they do is they surround the outside of it with like a multitude of doors. And the zombies just ain't got... They just literally don't know what to do. They're that hell-bent on trying to infiltrate through doorways. If you just have door after door after door after door after door, they won't give a shit about you standing there 6 feet away. It's just like, look, there's a door. I'd rather eat a door than a grum. I never noticed that house up there before. What if you just leave the doors open? It sort of defeats the purpose of having the fucking doors then, doesn't it, mate? See, the reason it doesn't add up is that there was nothing behind there for the zombies to get at. They just simply decided to hit a door. Because the door was there. Now, I could understand if I was behind the door, then fair enough. That makes sense. But I wasn't. And at no point have I been. I like your way of thinking, Venator. That's thinking outside the box, that is, mate. The whole point was to put the doors there, was to protect the mini bike. Well, actually, all I've done is just... I might as well have just smeared Madonna and Lady Gaga juice all over the mini bike. For all it would have done, man. It is. It's getting very close to nightfall.
Gasp! Look at the time! Half past a quarter of sunset, and I still haven't done any warming up on...
On it. I'm on it. I'm on it. Don't you worry. We got this shit. It's another node there, look. I'm going to leave one of them because I'm actually going to try. Once we've got some better stuff, I'm actually going to go down to bedrock and see exactly what happens.
Hello?
They still haven't breached the rear of the hotel, have they? Oh, thank you for the follow there, Louisiana. Oh, Louisiana, sorry. Louisiana Ed. Sorry, mate. I glimpsed too quickly. Yeah, I mean, that was the whole point, was to have the garage door there to protect the mini bike. So that whole plan has just gone to shit. I want to concrete this in. My sliding garage doors would look so much better anyway. I've really done a number in here, haven't they? Look at all this. Jesus. Good God, sir. See. See. Yes. Go, 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 gadget copter! There we go. We've actually just had our first super productive day in quite a while. We're starting to get into a rhythm of things now, aren't we? It's very hard to know what to focus on early in the game. You've got that many things that you really need to do that actually getting a focus and achieving it without dying or getting to eat and what have you. That does not go in there. Organics box. Did we get any? Still not got any eggs, have we? So we're literally living on. That's shocking. Still at this point in the game, living on grilled meat, aren't we? It's not good. It's not good. How much wellness does it give us? 0.8. That's why my wellness is going up so slow as well, isn't it? It's Tony! No gas in the pumps. No, I've already emptied them out, mate. I'm normally quite clever. Well, I say clever. I'm normally quite careful, sorry, in terms of getting rid of all the gas, just in case it goes boom boom on me. So, yeah, most of that's been emptied, including around the back of the shed as well. So, we're kind of wasting time, aren't we? Because it's a kind of weird one, because technically, by now, I would normally have put quite a few points in the Survivor. I'd certainly have 2 points in Survivor. So I'd need to eat less, which means less time hunting, less time, having to worry about that element of the game. The problem is, because they've changed the way that healing works, so that you no longer get that really nice buff for ages and ages if you've got low hunger and high low hunger and high hydration. The only way to heal, to once you've been hit by a zombie, the only way to tick that back up really is to eat. So you need to eat a lot, and also you need to eat a lot to get your wellness up early on in the game. It's really tricky. The whole way that I've played has really dramatically changed in Alpha 15, to be fair. Did I ever actually check what was in here? That is so expensive. Who is honest? They seriously need to rethink this. Who in the fuck, right, is going to spend 34 Jukes tokens on a fucking goldenrod tea? Seriously, never, ever would I do that. I would rather have the Pretty Dukes tokens sitting in a box than actually do that. I'd rather drink my own piss and pay that amount of money. You're right, what's that, Kyle? Hotel, motel, same thing. There are differences, actually. Yeah, we had a long chat about that, didn't we? Yeah, and that 3-hour discussion beast about motels and hotels has been just summed up as motel meets cars outside, hotel dopes. Guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. It's 3 o'clock. I need to go and do shit. So thank you all very much for joining me, as always. Sorry, Tony. It's just that time of day, mate. I'm going to try and get back on tomorrow. We'll try and stream most days this week. Obviously, I've been really busy the last couple of weeks. There's a good chance we'll be back on at a similar time, maybe a little bit later tomorrow. We'll stream through to 3 o'clock again. I'm just trying to think. Actually, no, it's Tuesday, isn't it, today? Oh, no, yes, we will definitely be on tomorrow. In fact, we might stream for a little bit longer tomorrow. I might stream through till about 4 o'clock. I've not got to go out at my normal time. So thank you all very, very much for watching, as always. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic Tuesday. You take care. Look after yourselves.